Hey, how's it going, gang? So today, we're somewhere at the end of February here, and it's like 55 degrees according to my truck, which normally it should not be anywhere near that. We should be getting lots of snow, and we've got lots of green actually. So I am going to head out today to a spot in the woods where we've been doing some deer hunting this last fall, and that's where we saw the wolf tracks. We'll go check it out there. We'll see how things are looking. I do have some gear to stay the night, but if it's too muddy out there, we will not be doing that. But the funny thing is, even though it's 55 degrees currently, by, I think about 3 o'clock in the morning, so tonight sometime, it's going to get to like 5 degrees above zero, so it's supposed to cool off by 55 degrees, which is one of the reasons I want to go do an overnighter. And not only do an overnighter, but I want to do an overnighter with that tarp tent I made, the tarp hot tent. So we've got a few things going on here. But let's get out there and see how things look. This is just amazing. Now what I don't know, the road that I got to take to get to the spot where I want to go is not a maintained road at all. Although I did see that loggers had the area marked for logging, so if the loggers are out there, that road should be opened up. If the loggers haven't been out there, I don't know for sure what the road condition will be like, and if I'll be able to get back to where I want to get to. Well, if we end up camping out here tonight, which I don't know, it's looking pretty wet. But if we end up camping out here tonight, tomorrow morning when it's 5 degrees out, this road is going to be solid ice. Looks like somebody else has been back here. Maybe my firewood that I had back here will all be gone. All right, gang. So we made it. And you look back there, all my wood that I cut last fall is still there. My spot right in the sun is pretty dry. And I don't know if the loggers back here and turn around or if it was the DNR. Can't tell for sure. But somebody's been back here. So, I think what we're going to do, I'm not going to set up just yet. I think I'm going to grab a shotgun. Go take a walk. This ground is a little wet. It's a little wet. Not terrible. Definitely not terrible. Alright. Well, let's grab a shotgun. Get some hunter's orange on. Go take a walk in the woods. See if we can see anything. So it definitely looks like there has been some type of traffic down this trail. Now, what I can't tell you for sure is if it's been from game or if it's been from people. Oh no, that was definitely from game. It's going up a hill into the brush. Okay, so that was game. Now it's going to be interesting to see is if there's been any sign of wolf or anything like that. There's some unfamiliar scat to me. I'm not sure what that is. Oh yeah, there's definitely deer tracks in here. Nothing fresh. There's definitely deer track. No doubt about it. Really need to keep the eye open. For some rabbit, because you can definitely see that there's been sign see, I anticipated on seeing the deer trail and wolf tracks coming from that way, but there doesn't look like there's been anything that way. But on this main trail here, there's definitely been activity. Yeah, definitely. The deer have been using this trail. Oh, and look at that. That's kind of what I expected. Oh, here we go, guys. I'll show you this. I got some. So yeah, gang. Right there is wolf scat. That there is a big chunk of bone. You can see bone in there. There's some bone in that scat as well as fur. So you can see they follow the deer trail. Alright, I'm going to take a walk down this other path here that's I thought the deer would be using, but they're obviously not. Let's see if we can see any other form of wildlife out here. Some kind of set of track of something, but again, if the snow melted down, I absolutely cannot tell. I cannot tell what it is. I was hoping to see a lot more rabbit sign. So there's been a little bit of traffic that way, but not much. There's actually fresh, like fresh tracks. There's wolf or coyote scat right there. And that's where I want to camp. Alright, gang. I went for a little walk. Didn't see much sign for, I was hoping to see. Last fall I was seeing rabbit sign. I was pretty confident I was going to see rabbit sign today. I didn't see any rabbit sign. I saw either coyote or wolf scat. In fact, not 10 yards from right here where I want to set up camp, I saw some, I don't know if it was wolf or coyote, I have no idea. And about a quarter mile that way. Or if you went right over the hill this way, probably, a quarter mile. Quarter mile that way, probably a little more quarter mile to get around it. Suppose I better work on getting camp set up. Guess that's the next step. Time to get camp set up. Alright guys. It's set up. Tarp tent is ready for a night. Let's go around the back side. Take a look at it from this angle. There's a lot of room in there. So you can see I got that tied off. I wish this corner over here, that middle tie off right there, I don't have a good point. So I don't have anything directly behind it. So I tried to go to this birch tree right here, but did the same thing. So I don't know what to do. Now I gotta get a bunch of firewood in there and get that ready for the night. Alright gang, got the stove going. Now it's going to be time to work on some dinner, because I am getting hungry, let me tell you. Hungry. Oh Lord. Alright gang, we're going to do what I always like to do. Pork wrapped in pork. Bacon wrapped pork chop and potatoes and onions that I got pre-cut, so not a lot different than the last time I was out. But you know what guys, I always forget something, right? I always forget something. I forgot my stuff for cleaning dishes. Completely forgot it. Oh yeah. I don't even know if it's possible to have too many onions. Probably not. So I made a mixture of, it's got a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning, just a little bit because there's salt in that, but Montreal steak seasoning got a nice spice to it. There's some Mrs. Dash, some onion powder, and some garlic powder. So very, very nominal salt content. But gives us some flavor anyways. Alright, gang, I think grub is ready. Alright guys, now dinner is ready. Dinner is ready. Just had to grab my utensils. So there's the pork, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. We got the potatoes over here. Here it is, guys. Pork, potatoes, and the pork is wrapped. I call that pork wrapped in pork. It's like some type of pork chop or whatever wrapped in bacon. So pork wrapped in pork. All right, gang. It's starting to cool off outside. The camera, it's not picking up how dark it's getting. It's funny how it does that. But look at that. Oh my goodness, eh? Oh. And I made that Mrs. Dash and onion powder, garlic powder, and a little bit of Montreal steak seasoning. Wow. Is that wonderful? Oh my God. Sometimes there's nothing better than having dinner in the woods. It is really cooling off. Now, I wasn't planning on spending a whole lot of time in here. I was gonna have a campfire outside, and I'm not sure if that's gonna work if we have high winds, so we'll have to see. Well, guys, I'm gonna enjoy my dinner. I'll bring you guys back later. Well, gang, I'm just hanging out here by the fire. Wind's blowing a little bit. Perfect clear sky night. Chances are it's going to get cold. This road out here that brings me to this spot, there hasn't been one vehicle down that road today. Not one. And so far, I think it's pushing 7:30 right now, and I've not heard a coyote or a wolf yet. Just a quiet, quiet night. So unbelievably peaceful. The only thing I can hear going to my 2 fires, I got a damper. I got to damper that one down because I don't want to be burning much wood, but sure is nice. But if we hear any coyotes or wolves, I will definitely bring you guys back. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and lounge. Alright, gang. So far, things have been going pretty well. This is my first camp out since I got diagnosed with congestive heart failure. And I didn't I didn't pick something easy like there's some place I can camp out on my folks' property. I could go hit a state campground. You know, I could have done something a little more reasonable, but my first camp out, I go all the way in the middle of nowhere. Known wolf territory. I seen wolf scat today. Go all in. One thing I'm getting a little concerned about though, guys, and I don't know if I'll make it or not, and it's the wind. The wind is picking up, and I got some big trees around me, and the way the wind is blowing is not favorable. And so if the wind picks up any more than what it currently is, we get these big gusts. It's not a bad wind overall, but we get these big gusts. And them worry me. And we were not supposed to have any big wind tonight. So, a little concerned. But we'll see. Like I said, if it does get worse, take me 10 minutes to tear down this tarp camp out is the easiest tear down setup I've had. I got two hot tent I have 2 teepee hot tents. Oh, 2-man and a bigger 4-man or 5-man or whatever. Both, no, one's a fire hiking. My small one is a fire hiking. Anyways, then with all the guidelines, everything, they take me a little bit to tear down. But this setup doesn't take long. So we'll see what the wind does, and we'll just go from there. I'm having a nice night. I'm having a heck of a nice night, guys. Did I win? Can you hear it picking up? That worries me. The top of the trees are moving pretty good. We'll give it an hour, see what happens. Alright, I'll bring you guys back after a while. The wind picked up significantly, and it wasn't supposed to be windy tonight. That's why that is one of the reasons why I decided to come out tonight. But I just looked at the weather forecast, and all of a sudden we got a snowstorm warning in effect from 11 o'clock tonight into tomorrow, and gusting winds over 40 miles an hour. So unfortunately I am gonna have to bail, because I can't be out here with wind gusts over 40 miles an hour. Oh, and they're calling for wind chills in negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit. I was planning on 5 degrees. I could probably be alright even at negative 15, but I don't if I got stuck out here, I don't have enough firewood to go for a day or two until things settle down. So I'm gonna bail, guys. I hate to say that, but I cannot stay in what conditions we got coming up. So I'm gonna pack up and I'm gonna head home. Well, gang, I apologize again for bailing on this campout. Anyways, the wind kept getting worse and worse and worse. So I was like, I gotta look at the weather and see what's going on here. Look at the weather, and they're calling 11 o'clock tonight. The wind's picking up to 40 mile an hour plus. And then with wind gusts, I'm like, nope, not staying out there. Then I look further on, all of a sudden, we were not supposed to have a winter storm warning. Like, this was supposed to be, when I looked at the weather yesterday to plan this trip out, because yesterday the wind was blowing like heck, so I didn't come out yesterday. And so I was looking at today, and it was supposed to be warm, and then get really cold at night, but the wind was only supposed to be like 5-6 miles an hour. Like, it was not supposed to be hardly any wind at all. Then all of a sudden, here I am, tops of the trees are just whipping, the tarp is making all kinds of noise. I'm like, what the heck? So yeah, I was planning a nice quiet evening, and it turned into some foul weather, and I am so far back that yeah, this is not a maintained road, and I'm several miles back on the non-maintained road. So if we got a snowstorm, I may not be able to get out till spring if the snow kept coming. So I literally had no choice. I had to bail. But even if we weren't getting a snowstorm with 40 mile an hour wind gusts, 40 mile an hour winds with wind gusts on top of that, I'm like, that's dangerous. I got lots of big trees around me, and so just the wind gusts alone was scary. But then we throw the snowstorm on top of it, thinking, how the heck would I possibly get out of here? The loggers are down this way, but they're not as far as I am. So, and who knows, would they be there tomorrow? Would they be there the next day? Who knows? I didn't have enough provisions to go for several days in the woods. It was just going to be an overnighter. So anyways, I apologize, guys, that I had to bail. I appreciate you coming along on this adventure. It's always fun spending time with you, and I look forward to future campouts. This was this was one to break the ice with my congestive heart failure diagnosis. I have not camped at all since the diagnosis, so this was going to break the ice. And anyways, there's going to be more. This is just the beginning. All right, guys, I really appreciate you coming along. Remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.